This just in. Summers in Uranus are 22 years long.
I don't know how I'm supposed to sit. It's a different situation here, you know? Different situation.
A different situation.
I don't got no back to my chair. I got no furs.
I told you we could fix that. How do you like it though?
I like it.
Like the digs. All right.
Digging the digs. New year, new studio. I gotta be careful with my hands.
I gotta be careful with my manos.
I'm gonna say like
they get me into a little bit of trouble every now and then.
I'm gonna say like this, like I got no arms.
Like I got no arms.
All right.
And I got no feet.
And I got no feelings.
'Cause she broke my heart.
And now I can't sleep.
Because I got no feet.
And I got no feeling.
Banger.
Yeah, that's a classic.
Hello and welcome to Here's Your Apology. I'm your host, Nate, and with me, as always, in our brand new studio, Levi Garcia.
Hello, welcome to the new studio. New year?
New studio.
New studio, as they say.
They do say it. They said it today.
I'm happy to be here in the new studio.
Mm-hmm.
This beautiful location, and I'm grateful for it. I will say that I need to talk to you about something.
Okay.
A little concerning.
All right.
When I walked in.
I'm here.
I walked into the studio.
Mm-hmm.
I saw your son, and he looks like an Andrew Tate clone.
Yeah, okay.
I will say it's in the best way you would want.
He lifts a bit of weight.
Yeah, he's getting into shape, you know, getting his life together, from what I understand.
Yeah.
So how do you feel as a father about your son taking after what could end up being a sex trafficker? So are you, when you see him like behaving, like mostly it's all the good stuff, right? The discipline. It's like the part that you want him to listen to.
Yeah.
Like, yeah, he's eating healthy now and trying to like take control of his life. That's one of the Tate messages.
Yeah, for sure.
But there's the other side.
I heard this analogy, like if I said the sky is blue or the fucking sky is blue, like they're both true, right? One was just delivered in a more aggressive manner, you know.
So he's delivering messages,
but it doesn't change
with
the fact.
Just aggressively.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm just like, oh, he's just angry. Like he's gonna calm down.
Do you think your wife likes Tate?
Yeah.
Do you think she does?
Yeah.
Do you think she could find anything she disagreed with?
Oh, for sure.
Yeah.
Yeah. There's a lot she disagrees with, but I think overall.
Well, that's what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
Those normal type of like disagreements where you hear somebody say something wild and you're like,
yeah. I mean, I disagree with the guy. I disagree with him on polygamy.
He has 5 wives. He's talking about how, you know, men can cheat and like all that stuff.
Yeah, I don't agree with that stuff.
No, I mean, your son seems like he's taking the good parts, you know?
Yeah, no, he is.
He only has one girlfriend as of now.
Yeah.
Till he gets rich.
But my son is smart. Like, I think the reason why he likes Tate, like realistically, is because he's a strategical thinker. Is that even a word?
Strategic.
He's a strategical.
No, not.
He's a magician when he's thinking. He's a strategic thinker.
Yeah.
Right. And my son is a strategic thinker. Like he.
Right. Yeah, it's like approaching life like a game, or like chess. Like you can play it and you can win it.
Right.
And how do you win it? Money. Women.
Yep.
Status,
things,
all that stuff. Yeah. Which is one way to live life, but
it is one way.
Is it the right way?
Right.
Maybe for those people, but I feel like there's other ways that are
beneficial,
that people like are happy in.
Yeah.
It feels like most people can see through like the crazy and just get the bits, and that's the thing. It's like people who are like against him, they're the ones who are like can't see through it.
Right.
They think everybody takes it seriously exactly as he's saying it.
Yeah.
If you're watching it, you agree with these weird points that he's making, you know? But it's like most people are like, oh, that was a good point. You know, like, I don't know about that. But
and I don't know. I never thought about that one.
Right,
and
exactly.
Then, oh, yeah, I agree
and
with
that's
that
how
as
most
well.
people listen to anybody who talks, which is why it's stupid to like shut someone down, because most people aren't just like hook, line, and sinker believing everything that someone's telling them just because they're like an authority or giving a speech or whatever, you know?
Yeah, exactly.
Well, I guess the last question that remains is, do you think he's innocent or guilty?
Oh, man. I don't think he's guilty of rape.
Okay. It would be hard to believe that just because
Why would he have to rape someone?
Constantly has girls around. Yeah.
Yeah. He's not built like a troll like Harvey Weinstein.
Yeah, exactly. Those are the rapists.
Like Chris Helmsworth
look at a rape
is never going to be accused of rape. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like,
but you think there might be some truth to like the other stuff, the sex trafficking stuff?
only because I don't know the definition of sex trafficking.
Yeah, I feel
admittedly.
I've watched like people break it down. You gotta like know these laws. You know what I mean? They're like, because he had these girls working for them, and then they didn't get a cut of this, and then he moved them across border, whatever.
Sex trafficker.
Exactly. They're trying to like get him on a technicality. But I also heard that they're trying to get him for like money stuff, like laundering. Which, if they're going to get him for anything, I feel like it'll be something like that.
I don't even know Romanian law. That's why he needs to not live in a place where there's fucking blood-sucking vampires, right?
Yeah. It'd be a good start.
He belongs in Dubai.
Yeah. All right, let's move on. Let's move on to this wild freaking story. A female Tennessee police officer, alongside 4 of her male colleagues, have been fired after reportedly sharing a lengthy sexual relationship while on the job. 4 cops fired, 2 suspended over sexual relationship with their married female colleague. So, Meagan Hall
Is a whore.
Meagan Hall had a string of raunchy encounters with staff members at the police station, which included a threesome, wild parties, sending explicit photos to staff, performing oral sex on at least 2 officers, and allegedly bragging about one cop's big genitals. While some of the steamy sessions occurred at the homes of the male officers, others were said to have taken place at hotels and the police gym and the police station, during which time Megan was supposed to be on duty and protecting her community. She should have been protecting her community instead of getting her fellow officers off.
Yeah, that doesn't sound very Christian.
An internal investigation was performed last month, which determined that the female cop shared sexual encounters with at least 6 officers. I feel like this probably happens a lot, but we just don't hear about it.
Right.
Think about stakeouts.
Mm-hmm.
People, like, at least in the movies and sometimes in the TV shows,
they just bang.
They stake out a place for like days.
Mm-hmm.
Just 2 people in the van, in the car, whatever, staking something out.
Just staking it out.
Especially with the amount of women cops that are entering the force. You know?
Mm-hmm.
You know that they don't discriminate. So let's match up this young lady officer with this middle-aged man officer. And let's put them on a stakeout for 3 days.
For 3 days.
What do you think is gonna happen? Like, we could pretend all day that they're professional enough that they're not gonna bang in the back of the paddy wagon, right? We could pretend all day.
Yeah, you'd like to trust them.
Exactly.
You know how I think it got out? She told one guy no.
You think?
Yeah.
I don't know. 6
Sergeant!
How many?
Sergeant! She's fucking everybody.
Yeah.
Everybody but me.
Yeah.
He's like, excuse me? Is there proof? Check the cameras
Yeah.
that I set up in the gym. Just one pervert cop that's still on the force. He's now like a lieutenant.
I know it's not PC to say this, but she's not like the most attractive.
Oh, she's hideous.
You know?
Yeah.
You know that Lil Wayne song, Mrs. Officer?
Yeah.
Yeah. Like a cop car.
Yeah.
Like a cop. Yeah. It wasn't written about this lady.
No.
You know what I'm
no.
saying?
Yeah. She looks like she was hit by a cop car.
Yeah. Like, yeah, her head looks like a bubble.
It looks like a piece of chewing gum.
That's what I'm saying. It looks like a chewing gum that you go, and you kind of get like this little
bubble.
Yeah.
But like so thin right before it pops.
Exactly.
Like how it gets super white. And
yeah. And then it's just like her neck is just pinched down into the uniform.
Yeah, goodness.
When I first heard this story, I thought that they all had sex with her at the same time.
I'd believe it. I mean,
yeah.
I would.
But I was imagining like an orgy at the cop station. Like, I was like, this is, oh my gosh.
Christmas parties are wild.
You read it and you're like, oh, okay, it's okay. It's more tame than that, but still salacious.
More tame. That had a threesome and then sent pictures around.
And I heard that her husband is staying with her.
No, dude. Captain Simp of the Year award goes to Mr. What's her last name?
Do you think that he liked it? He's like a cuck, and like that's how this even happened.
That's the only way.
Like, how do you get away with having sex with 6 officers that you work with?
That you brag about how big their dicks are.
Yeah, and then your husband's not gonna know.
It's like, I'm just kind of cool with it.
He knows. Also, you had a threesome with someone else's wife. They know. That's not just like, oh, we gotta pull overtime. We got another stakeout.
It's like,
you know.
Hey, Donnie, want to rail Mark's wife?
Exactly.
Take pictures. Like you
can come, but you just gotta watch.
Yeah.
You know?
Wee.
Like a cop car. For me, another part that kind of makes it gross is that at a certain point, these dudes, these other cops, knew she'd been with this dude. She'd been with this other dude.
Yeah.
And they all work together, and they're all aware of it.
Pigs.
And they still choose to do it.
Yeah.
Huh. Like, that's gross.
Just for real pigs.
Yeah.
Pigs. You pigs.
Putting a new definition to the name pig.
Yeah.
Here she is awkwardly riding a mechanical bull.
Someone said she know how to ride, but she doesn't.
She fell off.
Dude, I've seen way better riders than that. Way better than her.
You know, it's never the people you think it's gonna be.
Mm-mm.
Like, I wouldn't look at her on this and think she's pulling dick.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
You know what I mean? Like, I wouldn't look at her as a person ever in society and think that she has had sex with somebody who isn't her husband in, like, you know, since high school with that one other guy.
What did Mr. Meagan Hall say? I know he said he's going to stay, like he's sticking by her side, but
I don't know.
He's got to be gay. That's the only way this works. He's gay or he's planning a murder. No, I'm going to stick with her.
Yeah, there's no way.
You make a fucking fool out of me. Like later on.
Maybe because she's a cop, she's like the perfect cheater.
Yeah.
Maybe none of the guys knew about any of the other guys, and she just like snuck perfectly around because she used her detective skills.
Yeah, her
bull riding skills. And she went to town on the whole police station.
Well, they went to town on her.
And the only way she got caught is by telling on herself.
Yeah. One of these guys got the drip and then shared it with someone else who also had the drip, and they decided to solve that puzzle probably.
Yeah. You're like,
dude, she gave me fucking something.
But yeah, it's never it's never the girl. It's never like the one, like in society, the people who get judged for being slutty, you look at them and it's like, they're slut, right? they're usually like the one boyfriend type of girl. Like the real baddies, I feel like.
Yeah.
They're like the one boyfriend type of girl. Like a lot of times.
Yes.
It's these basic looking women that end up being these freak-a-leaks.
Yeah.
Do you remember when you first found out, like in junior high or whatever age, that somebody you knew was having sex?
Oh yeah, dude. It was early. I could tell you right now who it was.
You don't need to do that.
He watches the podcast.
Oh,
you know who you are.
And
you're a stud.
So you remember how'd you feel about it?
I was like, that's weird to do that to your babysitter.
It's weird, right?
Yeah.
When you first found out, like, this kid's having sex, be honest.
Oh yeah. When I found out this dude was having sex, it made sense, but it was way weird. I was like, ew.
It kind of
really?
like changed your perception of them.
Yeah. A
Right?
little bit, huh?
And the girl, both of them. I had this weird, like, new perception.
Yeah.
I don't even know what it was.
From me to him, I'm like, well, like a whole mixture of things. Like, how did it feel? And also, like, you're fucking gross.
Yeah.
You're gross.
Yeah. We're almost like, why would you do
That's
that? Why
someone's
didn't you?
daughter.
Yeah.
I was still there. I was like, that's someone's daughter.
Exactly.
And then to her, I'm like,
you're a whore.
yeah.
No one will ever love you after that.
You're going to burn in hell. Oh, you're disgusting.
Yeah.
How could you? And then, like, later on that night, you're like, I can't wait.
Yeah.
Or I wonder if she'd have sex with me.
Yeah. Exactly. I remember, actually, I was like,
Nope.
I was like ignorant of the fact that anyone was having sex up until like my senior year. Legitimately.
When you're
Because nobody talked about it with me. I had no clue. I didn't even know like the people who had sex liked each other. Like when I did find out, I didn't even know they hung out like that.
did that just blow your fucking mind?
That's what I'm saying. When I found out that somebody I knew was having sex, I was like, they're too young. We're too young.
Yeah.
We're like 18.
Yeah.
I'm like, no, our innocence is gone.
It's because you were raised right.
They've been getting blowjobs since 6th grade, and I just never knew about it, you know?
4th.
Yeah. Yeah. I guess, yeah, I don't know. No one ever told me, and I was never interested to ask.
Yeah.
You know? So, like, I guess I just assumed we're all just living the same kind of life out here, you know?
Yeah, that's funny.
And then when I found out, it was almost like
Betrayal.
a little bit, but it ruined that person in my eyes a little bit.
Yeah.
Like they were tainted a little bit. Yeah, I was just like completely in the dark.
Yeah.
For like until my senior year. Like
Okay,
I remember,
that's a very long time to be in the dark.
like I remember the 8th grade slutty girl who would like show people her boobs.
Yeah.
But in my mind, that didn't equate to her being sexually active. I guess.
Yeah, like-
I don't know. I'm just never like.
You were just like, it was a dare. She had to.
Yeah, exactly.
She had no options.
Yeah, exactly. I'm like every like that put him on a pedestal thing. Me, 100%. Like
No, man.
every woman was on
Jeez.
this pedestal. They're all like Saint Mary, whatever.
Yeah.
Like the complexes.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was me. For
Okay.
sure.
All right. When you find out, like, the girl that you think is pretty has had sex, she's like gross now.
Yeah.
You're like, oh.
I get my feelings hurt.
Yeah.
Like
You cheated on me, bitch.
Yeah. Exactly. So I'm still kind of like operate in that, like, I don't think about people in that way, I guess. So like when I see this is the lady who had sex with 6 different officers in her precinct, I'm like, I don't see it.
Yeah.
But I never see it, you know?
Yeah, but okay, so I see it. I could probably
I mean, now that I know, I could see it, you know? Like,
Yeah.
I know what girls in my life or that I've met she would remind me of. And I'm like,
Yeah.
oh, you're one of that.
Yep.
You're a girl like that and that and that. And it makes sense.
Yeah. It's almost like, to me, she is the girl that grew up in this small town and then move to a different town where there's diversity.
Yeah.
Except she was married.
And she never had the opportunity.
She just went hog wild like a pig. Like a poor pig.
It does feel like maybe her whole life she never saw herself as attractive, because she's not, she's the most...
Yeah, because she's
average,
horribly disfigured.
Super just like basic looking. And so the fact that she could get 6 different dudes, like at a certain point, it's like an ego thing. I feel like this amount of cheating, it's like...
Because
they all like me. They all want to have sex with me.
Yeah.
And that has to feel good when, like, maybe your whole life you were never pursued by men. Every once in a while I'll see on TikTok, it'll be like a female cops, someone filming them.
Yeah.
And I'm like, are those costumes?
Yeah.
Are those costumes?
Are
you really a cop?
Look at this
Or is
lady.
This whole video fake? You know, like I can never tell.
That's so funny. Look at this lady impersonating an officer.
Yeah.
And this guy actually believes it.
TikTok, yeah.
That is a cop.
Oh.
I forgot they can be cops now.
Yeah.
Even though it's been that way our entire lifetime. I forgot.
Generally
speaking, they're men. So why is this guy staying? Why is the husband staying?
Sticking by his wife and attempting to solve their issues together. Park ranger husband.
He's a park.
Okay, here we go. Here's a couple details. Okay.
So he's always wanted to be a cop. She slept with the guy who her husband looks up to as a hero.
Yeah.
She has got to go. She's got to go.
Yeah. Her park ranger husband objected to her claims of an open marriage with the Tennessee cop. And he definitely wasn't on board with his wife having a threesome. So she would say that she was in an open marriage.
And he's like, no.
No.
What?
We never agreed on that.
He's like, I don't believe in nothing like that.
I brought it up as a joke.
We were at Hooters and I fucking made the joke.
Yeah. After the accusation against his wife became public, the former park ranger withdrew from training. I like they got to keep calling him a former park ranger. Withdrew from training for a position with the Tennessee Highway Patrol.
Oh man.
He then rose to the rank of deputy. So he was a deputy. He got up there. Do you think if it didn't happen during, like, at work, but it happened all the same, just it never happened on, like, police department premises, that she'd have gotten fired and anyone would have gotten in trouble? Or is it like...
There's got to be some...
Never?
Yeah, I don't know. I think there's some code of conduct, right? Like...
Oh, yeah, they probably...
Like, you
something.
Can't... Yeah, you can't...
But I feel like, again, this happens probably more than we know.
Yeah, because cops get married, right?
They get married to each other, and they have sex
on
with each
stakeouts,
other, and they cheat on their wives with each other. I feel like that's got to happen regularly.
Well, and also it's also like the number one career for domestic violence too, right?
They hit their wives?
Oh yeah, cops, dude. Fuck yeah.
One thing I know. They like to throw their wives around a little bit.
Equal rights and lefts.
Well, good luck to all the officers involved. Good luck on saving your marriage. Sounds like your husband's down to try, which, after that, stakeouts get lonely.
Mm-hmm.
The back of the van, the Sprinter van. You
gets
can stand
cold.
up. You can stand up in a Sprinter van.
You can stand up.
Think about what else you could do.
Kneel.
If
you can stand, you can
lay down.
You probably do the splits.
Maybe the splits if you're even capable.
Depending on how tall you are.
Handy, blowy, missionary. I could. The list goes on.
Evangelist.
Yeah. The list goes on. Sprinter vans are versatile vehicle.
Yeah.
Luckily in Idaho, they're not having these issues with their police department because they caught the killer. If you haven't heard about it, you heard about it?
The killer?
It's been in the news for a while.
Okay.
the man who slaughtered 4 people in their home in Idaho,
right.
Moscow, Idaho, University of Idaho students. This guy who went to WSU drove there, killed 4 people with a knife, old school serial killer style.
Jeez.
And then it took him a few days to find him. And he's a criminal justice major dude.
Like a fucking Dexter?
Yeah. And he looks like Bundy. He looks like, look at him.
Oh, he does.
He looks like this lurched, like big creature who just is like scary, you know?
Richard
and he has
Ramirez.
like that. He has like that dead stare. That's just like beady eyes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's like a Jewish Richard Ramirez.
So they're still trying to figure out why he did it.
Mm-hmm.
But he's obviously arrested until then. He left a sheath of the knife at the scene. And like they think it was
Day
his
one
calling
mistake.
card. Someone saying that, that was him. Maybe he's killed before. I mean, you go and you kill 4 people with a knife. Maybe you killed before.
Yeah. I mean, do you just start off
With 4 people?
with 4?
Well, there were 6 people in the house. So 2 people heard and like he saw one of them, and there's a witness account of her opening the door and seeing him, and then him just like not acknowledging her. Or no, he said something to her and then walks past her after he had already killed 4 other people. There's like a phone call of him calling into a radio station while they're looking for the killer. And as a criminal justice major, he calls into this radio station and goes, you know, some of these frats, when I talk to these frat guys, the one question they ask me constantly, if you were to murder someone, how would you get away with it? So maybe it's one of them. He like tried to call in to be like, you know, like I'm a smart, you know, like
yeah. Oh, we haven't thought of that.
yeah, yeah, like I'm cutting him off my scent. Oh, maybe it was one of the frat dudes who asked about how to kill somebody.
They're like, brilliant.
Yeah, yeah, exactly. He's just an idiot.
Wow.
So like, I could see him having killed before, but the way that he got caught and the dumb mistakes he made makes it seem like he hasn't. But it does seem ambitious for a round 1, you know?
Mm-hmm. He's like, I've been virgin for far too long.
Because I wonder if he like, part of me thinks he wanted to get caught and wanted to just be famous and have attention like this.
Yeah. What good is fame when you're behind fucking bars?
I know, but some people want that kind of infamy, you know?
Yeah. Just doing murder for the clout.
Something about this story is refreshing, though. At least it wasn't another mass shooting. You know?
We're
We're getting back to good old-fashioned serial killing, you know? Like the serial killers we all admire now that they make Netflix series out of. We're getting back to it.
Yeah.
Not like these puss kids who just go shoot up a school.
Yeah.
You know?
How easy, too.
Yeah. As Americans, we are over mass shootings.
Mm-hmm.
Let's get back to individual specific killings with like
good old-fashioned American ingenuity. Like stabbings. Like plan it out. You know what I mean?
That's what I'm saying. With like plotting and sneaking around and fulfilling the most perverse fantasies that we've never heard of, you know?
Yeah.
That's like the good old days of golden age of serial killers. They're out there doing something like wearing someone's skin or like stuff that we've never even heard of because, you know, they're fulfilling that fantasy.
Yeah.
Now it's just like Call of Duty for these freaking kids.
Yeah.
No creativity.
Everybody wants it microwaved now. No one wants to use the oven.
You know?
Like plot something out. I'm not advocating don't do it. Don't murder somebody. But if you know, you get angry enough for long enough, plan it out.
Like let's get make it like a movie. Make it so that like 6 months later we start finding out more details and we're like, what?
Yeah.
You know, it's not like, oh yeah, had mental health issues, was visited by the cops 28 times before he went into the school. You know, like that
was on antidepressants.
Yeah, it's all boring now. Like
we've seen it.
Like Batman. we deserve a better class of criminal.
That's true.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, no.
And this guy knew what, it's the same vein, but he did it wrong because he sucks at pulling stuff off.
Because he's stupid. His heart was in the right place.
yeah. Exactly.
The Idaho killer's heart was in the right place, but
the tactic
was off.
Yeah. They're not going to be making a Netflix documentary about this. Let's just say that.
No. You can't make a Netflix documentary about an idiot.
Yeah. That's what I'm saying. You need to have the clever. You need to be like, oh, even like 20 years later, we found a body that we didn't know was yours or whatever, Once you unbury everybody, it like spells something out.
Yeah.
And that shows you where
send nudes.
His master plan was.
Yeah.
Or videotapes of him committing the murders.
Reverse engineering everything.
Yeah.
By the time you find this, I'll be in jail.
Exactly. Yeah.
You will have caught me.
Exactly.
You will have followed my breadcrumbs all the way to this point.
And then at the end, it just says, congratulations.
Your wives are dead.
Yeah. You've solved the case.
Yeah. And they get a prize. He gives it to him at the end.
Yeah.
I hate that movie.
It's like gold. He just has like a bunch of gold buried at the last casket. You think, one more.
Yeah.
Congratulations. You solved the murder of 25 young ladies.
Yeah.
Here's your reward.
Yeah. That movie would suck, though.
I know, but like it'd
be like 7.
It's better than these weak little soy boys going on rampages.
No, for sure.
You can't 100%. Make a movie about that either,
Yeah, but you can't give 7 a happy ending. It's like what's in the box? It can't be. It can't be like Snickers bars. Oh, lifetime of Snickers bars. It can't be.
It would be a twist.
That would be a major twist.
It'd be a twist. And
but he's got
audiences nowadays need a twist.
Yeah.
It's a lame twist.
Like that kind of is a twist. You're right. In today's society, when
the twist is that only one cop finds it, and they have to decide if they keep the gold
or fuck each other.
Yeah. Or they like turn it in. No, what would the conundrum be? Somehow they got to either keep the gold or like use the evidence against to convict the murderer, and they have to choose keep the gold or this guy gets out for free or scot free. That's the movie,
and it's a crazy amount of money.
Yeah,
life changing money.
There's 15 bodies you've seen, will
never be found.
He's guilty. You can either do the right thing or take the money.
They're already dead anyway. Yeah, they're dead.
What's a little blood money?
He said he was done.
All money's blood money.
Yeah. My wife needs new teeth.
See, that's the twist that these audiences need these days. We're come to expect it.
Yeah.
I'm going into a movie thinking like, okay, where's the twist?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, this guy who's trying to be a good guy in the movie right now.
Yeah.
He's probably the bad guy.
Yeah. Surprise, he's the good guy.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's the twist now.
Exactly.
It's just fucking nothing.
You can figure it out.
Yeah.
Even M. Night Shyamalan has like fallen off so hard.
So fucking hard. He used to
be like the king of twists. Everybody was like, did you see signs? Mm-hmm. I didn't know it was aliens, or whatever it was. I don't remember the twist, but like,
yeah,
for a while. And then that became like his like thing. And then everyone hated him for it. And now you can't do a twist to save your life.
Mm-hmm.
What's the last movie you watched that had a twist?
It's been a while.
That you didn't see coming. Even these murder mystery ones
that
are coming out, the twist isn't anything creative enough for me to be like,
oh,
what?
Yeah, I think I've solved every movie I've watched except for like M. Night Shyamalan movies.
The Glass Onion, that one that just came out recently, the person who you think it would have been the whole time is the person who did.
That's what I'm saying. That's the new plot twist.
I was like, this is kind of, why do we...
Yeah.
I would have assumed he's the one who did it. And it's like, and he did do it. That's the reveal. Like,
What that is a twist, but it's also the biggest letdown. Like, it's the worst of all possible twists.
Especially going into a murder mystery. You want something good, you know?
You want a mystery.
Yeah, I don't want it to be the guy who looks like the bad guy the whole time.
Yeah.
You know?
And then he's the bad guy.
But I guess I am thinking it like it's probably him, but watch, it's not gonna be.
Yeah, they still took you on a ride.
A little bit, but the fact that I was like, it's probably him, and then it was him, I still got an issue with that.
Yeah. Well, I get so tired of being right. I want to be wrong. I want to be surprised. I want to whatever. And I guess every fucking time. I guess every time.
Yeah.
So, I mean.
Yeah. Did you ever watch Sherlock? It's a BBC show with Benedict Cumberbatch.
Benefit Lumberjack.
That show had some good twists.
I bet.
It was like a true mystery. It was a Sherlock Holmes.
Yeah. I was going to say, like, his stories.
It had some good twists, yeah.
Yeah.
But I'm trying to think,
That's also old literature.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
That's not new.
Exactly.
It's Sherlock.
Yeah, they're trying too hard now.
They're just trying so hard that it's like, it looks like they're not trying at all.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
And that's part of the reason I hate rom-coms.
Yeah.
My wife doesn't believe me that I can predict what's going to happen in a movie. And then I'll walk in 20 minutes late to a movie she's watching, 5 minutes in, tell her what's going to happen, and I'll leave. And then it's undeniable. I know what's going to happen in these movies.
Every damn time. The part that's frustrating about rom-coms is that try and give you a twist. There's always like,
it's like the same twist.
Oh, they broke up?
Yeah. But guess what?
Coincidentally, this little thing happened and he asked his sister about her. Like, and now they're getting married.
Exactly.
Like every fucking time.
The twist is the same.
What would the twist be in a rom-com though? Could be like, he finds out she's transgender and then he's cool with it.
That'd be a modern day twist.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'd be like, ooh, that sucks. Like, how are they going to resolve this?
Yeah.
And then they get together.
But then it'd also be like woke propaganda, you know, like,
yeah,
it wouldn't be a twist that I'm like, oh, they finally got a twist right.
Yeah, but it'd be like, refreshing.
Of course.
Yeah.
Should have saw this. You know what I mean? The rom-com twist now is just like like everything. They just insert something woke into it where it's like, instead of them falling in love and getting married, now she is independent and she's happy alone and working her job, and the fact that they broke up doesn't bother her. Yeah. You know, like that's the twist now. It's like, and they didn't fall happily in love after, you know, whatever.
And it was the best thing for her.
Or like if they're really trying to be an edgy rom-com, they'll have them break up altogether, like 500 Days of Summer or something like that, where it's just like a tragedy, you know, like it's like you think you're going to see some romantic thing, and then it ends in tragedy, and they're like, we're artsy, but we make rom-coms.
Yeah. Get you real attached to the main character and then kill it.
Exactly. Yeah. They're like, haha, bet you didn't see that coming. You know, like
just to be dicks.
That's the twist nowadays. Instead of like actually like a plot that's like.
Yeah,
But I don't expect that from rom-coms, obviously.
Yeah.
I never will. But it feels like that has bled across all genres of movies, and it's the same. You know?
Yeah, rom-coms suck. I like dramas, though.
That's why we got to start writing our own scripts. It's official. We're writing our own scripts.
Yeah, because that was a good one we came up with. We've come up with a bunch of good ones. Like,
I'm going to write a script.
Yeah, like a comedy about the CIA discovering that. Do you remember? The CIA discovering. If you were a CIA agent, right?
Yeah.
And this is actually kind of.
I thought of this, or we thought of this?
We both evolved together on your back porch.
Okay. What was it?
The CIA. Like, if you worked for the CIA, I asked you, would you leak classified documents if it was something that would dramatically change civilization or like society?
Uh-huh.
And then we evolved that to like, what if the CIA had documents that slaves were actually white people owned by black people?
Oh.
And it was a comedy.
Oh, I think I kind of remember that.
Yeah.
I think I remember parts of that.
Yeah.
But it feels like we gotta flesh that idea out again.
Oh, yeah,
some more. I will say I did try to watch the Disney Into the Wild Wilderness, whatever the new Explorer movie was called.
The Stormy Daniels one?
Strange World. That's what it's called. I tried to watch it. Not interested.
Tell me about it.
It's just like it's exactly what we're talking about, where it's an adventure movie, but it sets up every adventure movie. Like it's literally set up in a way that I know exactly what is gonna happen.
Mm-hmm.
And I didn't finish it, so maybe there's some twist at the end.
There's gonna be a hurricane.
But if it was, it'd be like a stupid twist. Like all of a sudden we found out that this person was bad the whole time.
Yeah,
It'd be something like that. So I tried to watch it. We got a little ways in, and we're just like, this is so boring.
Mm-hmm.
Like it's just boring.
Mm-hmm.
Even if I was a kid, I feel like I would be bored by that movie. But that also pisses me off because the graphics and like the animation style is so like realistic and like futuristic and super good. And I'm like, why can't it be a good movie? That's the problem with movies that are coming out now. There's like they look cooler and better special effects than ever, but the storylines are worse than they've ever been.
Yeah, no shit. Like the Brandon Fraser movie.
I didn't see it because
I know we've talked about
I'm not
it.
interested in a Brendan Fraser 100 pounds heavier movie. You know what I mean?
When I first
it looked boring.
I thought it was a joke. No kidding. I was in my bed. I'm not kidding
No,
either.
I believe it.
I was in tears, laughing.
Well, Hollywood, yeah. Figure it out with these movies, Figure it out.
Yeah.
I'm tired of being preached to it. Everyone's tired of being preached to every movie. Just make one that's just good.
Yeah. Yeah, stop making...
Like, I don't need a message. I don't need the moral of the story to be the most obvious part of the whole movie. Just make one that's good.
Yeah.
And entertaining.
Just good.
Okay?
Yeah.
And if you're having sex with your coworkers, stop, especially if it's on the clock. And if you're thinking about killing somebody, don't do it.
Don't do it.
But if you do it, make it interesting.
Yeah. But don't do it.
But mostly don't.
This week's apology goes out to the one guy Meagan Hall wouldn't sleep with. You have to have an unfortunate look to be turned down by like a gremlin. But also like maybe change your attitude. Maybe hit the gym a little bit more, because that's where the other two guys, made love to her. Women are free to do with their bodies as they wish. And so it's sad that she got fired, because she's just a free, independent woman, a modern woman, a feminist woman, and she got punished for it by 6 dudes and also a married couple.